Good morning, my dear children. I am very happy to see you after long gap. I hope you are all fine. Shall we go to the next chapter now? Yes. What is the next chapter? First chapter, what we have learned? The measurements. The second chapter, measurements in physics. The second chapter, unit 3, matter around us. Unit 1 and unit 3. Now we are going to see about the unit 5. Unit 5 is reproduction. Reproduction and modification in plants. Reproduction and modification in plants. See, the unit 3 is coming under by the chemistry. Unit 1 is coming under by the physics. The reproduction and modification in plants, that lesson is coming under by biology. So, in science we are learning in 1 categories. Okay. Shall we go to see the chapter now? Yes, come, let's go to see the chapter. Unit 5, reproduction. Reproduction and modification in plants. Reproduction and modification in plants. See, reproduction means what? It is one of the living organisms' characteristic features. What are the living organisms' characteristic features? It will be grow, breed, reproduce, moving one place to another place, respond to stimuli. So we have seen the living organisms' characteristic features now. See, this is also one of the characteristic features of living organisms. What is meant by the reproduction? It takes place, even living organisms means plants and animals. Both of them, it will be coming under by the living things only. So, now what we are going to learn in this chapter, reproduction and modification in plants alone, not animals. Now we are going to learn about the plants reproduction. Okay, shall we go to see the chapters now? Yes, already we know very well about the flowering plants having a root, stem and leaves. Root, stem and leaves. These three parts are flowering plants having a root, stem, leaves. These are the parts of vegetative organs in flowering plants. In flowering plants, these are the parts of vegetative organs. Vegetative organs. Vegetative organs means does not participate, is coming under by the reproduction and pollination. Fertilization and pollination. Just vegetative, the root, stem, leaves. From the parts of the plant only it is going to be takes place vegetative propagation. So these three organs is a vegetative organ. The next remaining parts in the flowering plants, what are they? The beautiful attractive part is the flower. Yes, the flower, fruit, seeds. Those three parts are coming under by the reproductive part, vegetative part, as well as the next one is reproductive organs. What are the reproductive organs? As well as the same, the flowering plants, flowers, fruits, seeds. These three parts are reproductive organs. Reproductive organs. Shall we go to see the next one? See, have you clear about the root, stem? What are the vegetative organs present in the flowering plants? What are the reproductive organs present in the flowering plants? Yes. Head. Next, shall we go to see the next one? Yes. Still, we have seen in the lower grade, what we have learned. From the seeds only the new plants growing. From the seeds, the new plants are growing only we have seen. But here, what we are going to learn, from the flowers how change the flowers into fruits. How it will be going to be change the flowers into fruits. That only now we are going to learn about this. Yes, are you clear about this? Shall we go to the next one? Yes, the next one is about the reproduction, the process by which now only we are going to learn about the reproduction. We are going to learn about the reproduction. What is mean by the reproduction? The process in which by which plants and animals produce young ones from their parents. The process by which plants and animals producing young ones increasing number. What is meant by the reproduction? The process by which in plants and animals producing young ones and increasing number So that's only the and what is meant by the reproduction? The process by which in plants and animals producing young ones and increasing number. So that is only the and what is meant by the reproduction? The reproduction are two types. What are the types are there? Sexual reproduction and then asexual reproduction. What is meant by the sexual reproduction? The reproduction are two types of reproduction, sexual reproduction and then asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means from the seed the flower are growing, no? That is called that reproduction coming under the sexual reproduction. With the seed, you have to remember, with the seed the plants are producing from the seeds, or the plants are coming from the seeds. But asexual reproduction means without the seeds. Without seeds, some other ways are there to create a new plant. No, that process, everything it is coming under by the asexual reproduction. What is meant by the asexual reproduction? Without the seeds, some other way, the process by the reproduction to produce a new plant, that process are called asexual reproduction. Without seeds, that is without seeds. Are we clear about this reproduction? Shall we go to see about the sexual reproduction? Yes. The sexual reproduction means the process in which the new plants are growing. The new plants are coming from the seed. So that is a sexual reproduction, as well as seed is produced from a flower. Seed is produced from a flower by the process of pollination and fertilization. Pollination means what? The pollen grains are reaches to the stigma. The pollen grains are reaches into the stigma. Now we are going to learn about the parts of a plant. That only you will be clear about the pollen grains and then stigma about it, everything. So first, what is meant by sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction means what? Actually, here seed is produced. Seed is produced from a flower. Seed is produced from a flower by the process of pollination and fertilization. What is meant by sexual reproduction? Seed is produced from a flower by the process of pollination and fertilization. What do you mean by the pollination? The pollination is pollen grains are reaches into stigma. Pollen grains are reaches into stigma. What is meant by the fertilization? The fertilization means the fusion of gametes, male and female gametes to form a male and female gametes to get a fusion to form a gametes. So that is called for what it is a fertilization. See, before going to learn about the clear explanation about the sexual reproduction, we must know about the parts of a plant. That time only we will be clear about this sexual reproduction. This is a LS section of longitudinal section of a hibiscus flower and its parts. Here, that is the LS longitudinal section. See here, that is the part. See, this is one, the center part is there now here. This structure is here elaborately. This top of the filament is, tip of the filament having an anther. This stalk-like structure is a filament. These two parts is coming under by the stamen. And then here the center part of the flower is having no structure. Here that is a oval-like structure. Stigma, style, ovary, ovule. That is a pistil. This part is a pistil. This is a male reproductive part of a flower. This is a stigma, style, ovary, ovule. That is a female reproductive part of a flower. Here the green leaf-like structure is there now. That is called the sepal. This flower, attractive, colorful part of a flower is sepals. Okay, are we clear about this? Yes. Shall we go to the next one? So, the pollen grains, what is pollination I said? The pollen grains are, here the anther only contains large amount of powdery like substances called pollen grains. These pollen grains are transferred to or reaches to the stigma. That process are called pollination. Yes, are we clear about this? Now, let us see about the parts of your flower in a clear way and observe and discuss about the parts of a flower in hibiscus and Datura plant. This is a hibiscus. The hibiscus plant I had taken, that is a bud stage. This is a bud stage. This is a expanded from a flower stage. So here it is a bud, that is a flower, expanded flower. In the bud stage it is a green in color. That is an attractive color. It is a bright color and then attractive color. These bud-like structure are called, the green leaf-like structures are called sepals. This is a petals, the brightful attractive colors of the petals. This part is a petals, as well as dissected hibiscus flower. While we are seeing now, inside this curved petals. Here this is a, if you want to see in a dissected part of a flower, it is a curved petals. Here it is an expanded petals, as well as small tube with yellow lobes. That is called anther. Small tubes with yellow lobes, anther. Here only in the bud stage only it is having a small tubes with yellow lobes called anther. Here expanded long tubes with yellow lobes is called, that part also having a long. It is also one of the flower, as well as the another one more flower we can take, the Datura plant. This is a Datura plant. Here that is a bud stage. Here also it is a small bud. Here this is a big flower. Here what we are going to observe, it is in a green in color, it is a white in color. In hibiscus, what we have learned about this? In hibiscus flower, bud stage in green in color, but the flower is attractive color, brightly attractive color we have seen. No? So that is a green in color part is called sepals, but the white color expanded part is called sepals. Okay, here also a small in the bud stage in Datura flower, what we are observing here, small yellow tube lobes called anther. Here expanded tubes. It is called. This is also a anthers. Okay, it is a long tube, but here it's having a small tube. Have you clear about this? Have you clear or not? Shall we go to see about this? In bud stage, we have seen the green leaf-like structures. We have seen, no? These green leaf-like structures are called sepals. In green leaf-like structure, green leaf-like structures are called what? It is a petals. Green leaf-like structures are called petals or sepals. That is a green leaf-like structures only I told, no. The green leaf-like structures are called sepals. So these for what? It is a green leaf-like structures are called sepals. But the attractive bright full color are called sepals. Here the outermost ring of the sepals is called calyx. What is meant by that? The outermost ring of a sepals. The outermost ring of a sepals called calyx. As well as the next one is what we have learned. In the corolla. Corolla means what? The outermost ring of a sepals called calyx. As the same way, the outermost ring of the petals. The attractive bright full color we have seen, no, that part is called sepals. Here in hibiscus we are seeing the expanded part of the flower, no. This part is the petals. So attractive part of a flower is called petals. As well as the outermost ring of a petals are called corolla. Outermost ring of a petals are called corolla. Have you clear about this? Have you clear or not? See what we have to learn about the next one. Next, what we are going to learn about this pollination. See, sexual reproduction in plants. We are learning about the sexual reproduction only, no. Through the picture, we can able to see them clearly. See here in the center part of the flower. We have seen, no, in the flower. The center part of the flower. This only we can observe neatly. See, this part only separately they have given, and this side the center part is there, no, cone shaped structure, that is called pistil. Here what we are observing, it is a male part of a flower that produce pollen grains. The anther only containing a large amount of powdery like substances called pollen grains. It is only going to be reaches to the stigma of a pistil. So stamen, that part is a stamen. This part is a stamen, that is the anther. The stalk-like structure is a filament. But here, that is the male part of a reproductive or the male part of a flower. Male reproductive part of a flower. Here, that is a pistil, that is a female reproductive part of a flower, contains ovary, ovule, style and stigma. Here inside the ovary only containing a ovule. The ovule only is converted into a seed. Ovary, after we are taking fruits from a flower, we have seen, no. So the ovary only is converted into flower. Inside the ovule it's converted into a seeds. here the center part of this style, the tip of the part, female part is a stigma. The pollen grains are going to be attracted on the stigma only. It is a female reproductive part. Whole part is a pistil. What is meant by the pollination? The pollen grains reaches into the stigma. The anther containing a pollen grains, the pollen grains are reaches to the stigma. So that process are called pollination. What is meant by the pollination? The pollen grains reaches the stigma. Here after that, after receiving the pollen grains, what it will happen inside the ovary? How? Now let us see. Here inside the ovary, here that is the ovary containing a egg. It is a female reproductive organ, no? So it is having a the pollen grains is a male reproductive part. After receiving inside the ovary, the next stage it is going to be fused together to form a zygote. Here the fertilization get a fusion of male and female gametes. What is meant by the fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes. The pink color part is a female gamete. That is a male gamete. The fusion of male and female gamete, fusion of male and female gamete to form a fertilization. The process is called fertilization to form a gametes. To form a zygote. Fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. The process is called fertilization. Here, after getting the fertilization, the zygote will be formed. No? Here, the fruit only. From the ovule, it's converted into seeds. Ovary is converted into a fruit. After getting the fertilization, fertilized ovule becomes seeds. Yes, already I told you, no? Ovule is converted into a seeds, ovary is converted into a fruit. So inside this seed part coming from the fruit, after it will be grow the new plant. How it is going to be takes place the new plant, we have seen through the picture. See, this is a seed. From the seed the new plant will be coming out. From the seed again how it is growing, how the new plant will be coming out from the seeds only we can see through the picture. Are we clear about this? Fruit, fertilized ovary becomes fruit. Fertilized ovary becomes fruit. Fertilized seed becomes a fertilized ovule becomes a seed. Okay. Fertilized ovary becomes a fruits. Fertilized ovule becomes a seeds. Are we clear about this? Shall we go to the next one? About the ovule also we have seen it since. Yes. The next what we have learned about this, in the hibiscus and corolla, in hibiscus plant, in the stalk-like structures are there, no? Here many stalk-like structures are called stamen. Many stalk-like structures are present in the hibiscus plant compared to the datura plant. Datura plant, it is a countable number of stamen only present. Minimum 5 countable number of stamens only present, but here so many stalk-like structures are present in the center of the corolla. Yes, in the center of the corolla in hibiscus plant many stalk-like structures are present, but in the datura plants countable number of 5 only stalk-like filament is present in the center of the corolla. In the androecium the ring are in stamens, ring or whole part. Androecium and then gynoecium. About the types of flowers also we can classify it through the way. See, in stamens, the whole part. In stamens, the whole part of the flower, the whole part of a flower is called androecium. It is a male part only, no? So that is an androecium. It is an androecium. Androecium means what? What is meant by androecium? The whole, in stamens, the whole part of a flower is called androecium, as well as in pistil, the whole part of a flower, in pistil, whole part of, yes, here in pistil, the whole part of a flower, whole part of a flower is called gynoecium. That is a female reproductive part. So here, depending on this, we can classify the types of flower. How we can unisexual flower and then bisexual flower. How we have to classify this according to the presence of androecium and then gynoecium. See, types of flowers. One is a unisexual flower. Another one is a bisexual flower. Unisexual flower and then another one is a bisexual flower. Here in this, the whole part, calyx, corolla, stamens and pistils, all the four, from the four parts are present in the flower. That is a bisexual flower. It is a whole part, it is complete flower. Complete flower means it is a bisexual flower. What are the parts? Calyx, corolla, stamens and pistil. From these parts, if any one part will be going to be missing, that is coming under the unisexual flowers. From the four parts of a flower, if there is any one part will be missed, is coming under the unisexual flower. Unisexual flower as otherwise called incomplete flower. Unisexual flower are incomplete flower. Here bisexual flower are complete flower. Bisexual flower are complete flower. As well as according to the androecium and gynoecium also I told you, if any flower present in the androecium alone, it is a male part of a flower. Suppose gynoecium alone present in the flower, that is a female part of a flower. According to this, we can also categorize the male flowers and then female flowers. The androecium alone present in the flower, without gynoecium it is a male flowers, as well as gynoecium alone present in the flower, without androecium it is a female flowers. Okay, are you clear about this? As well as gynoecium female reproductive part means what are they? Stigma, style and ovary. Here also we have seen that is a gynoecium. It is a female reproductive part. It is a gynoecium. It is a female reproductive part. What are they? Stigma, style, ovary. The center part of this ovule. Are we clear about this? Shall we recollect the point? What are the things we have seen starting onwards in this video session? Yes, come let's go to see about this. What we have seen about the vegetative organs and then reproductive organs. What are the vegetative organs? Stem, root and leaves. Reproductive organs, flowers, fruits and seeds. The next one is reproduction. The process by which plants and animals producing young ones and increasing numbers is called reproduction. Two types of reproduction we have seen. One is asexual reproduction, another one is a sexual reproduction. What is meant by the asexual reproduction? Without the seeds, to coming under by some other ways to form a some other ways to coming under by the production. Reproduction is called asexual reproduction without the seeds. But sexual reproduction, seeds is produced from the flower. Seed is produced from the flower by the process of pollination and fertilization. What is meant by the pollination? Pollination means pollen grains reaches the stigma. That process are called pollination. Fertilization means The fusion of male gametes and female gametes to form a zygote. The fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. The process are called fertilization. Are we clear about this? What is meant by the galleys? The outer ring of the sepals. The outer ring of a sepals is called the galleys. The outer ring of the petals is called corolla. What is meant by the petals? What is meant by the sepals also you have seen. As well as androecium and then gynoecium. Then what else? Unisexual flower and then bisexual flower. What is meant by unisexual flower? From these four parts in the flower, if any one part will be missed in the flower, it is coming under by the unisexual flower or incomplete flower. But all the four parts present in the flower, that is coming under by the bisexual flower as well as complete flower. Are you clear about this? Are we clear? Yes. Yes, my dear children. I hope you will be clear with this. Don't forget everything.